We're going to pivot back to this Mardu list. We trophied with it. We played like one league. I've been meaning to circle back to it. This build is moving away from the scam stuff into Nethergoyf, into DRC. We have Boros, we have mono black, mono white, and this is to take on Mardu. I just want to get a little bit more reps in. Yeah, I got a little bit. I really didn't feel myself getting toasted. I was totally getting toasted. Can we go Ajani into Channeler Bowmaster, flip Ajani? We think of similar Mardu energy builds with Nightmare. This is how I would build Mardu. I think obviously you can build the deck in a lot of different ways, but we have like a black white Nightmare deck that would kind of rather that deck be played that list if you want to play Nightmare and the scam cards. For flavor regions, we could have the ring, restrict every format. The ship has kind of sailed on that one, I think. Doc, 52 months, thank you, welcome back. Have I tried Ob Nixilis? I haven't, but I have played a good amount with Ob Nixilis, and the card quality there is pretty low. You know what I mean? It is pretty low. I'm not a very happy guy if my opponent or if I draw that card and I don't curve into it with Ajani. Like that's kind of like the only time you would really be excited to have Ob is like you go discard spell into Ajani into Ob, and then it's awesome. But like if you top deck it, if you're not curving out well, if your opponent's disrupting you, which is most games of Modern, you're like, what the freaking heck am I doing with Ob Nixilis in my deck list? Chat, Harsh Mentor does not trigger when they living end, or when they cycle cards, or does it? I cannot remember. I think it does. I can't remember. It's too cooked from the sun. Does not on battlefield. Oh, it does say on the battlefield. Okay. Sorry, I'm really not at 100% today, y'all. Got home at 2, sleep at 2:30, awake at 7. Oh wait, no, awake at 8. Thanks for the helping me out today. No Damping Sphere. Yeah, Damping Sphere is not a card I like against Living End. It's a 2-mana card that says your combo costs 1 more mana. It's going to cost you a whole extra mana to combo. But it's like, you spent 2 mana to say that, and so you're just kind of down a mana, like you've time walked yourself. Makes sense? Flipping Ajani and plussing is a pretty nice dynamic in this matchup too. Is there any tension between GOYF and Phlage, or is that noticed? It's not really that big a deal. You just escape. If you're escaping stuff, you're usually in good shape, and you just escape Phlage if you can, and if you have another GOYF, you're happy enough to escape that instead. Worst Neighbor, 7 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Yeah, 2 Ajani's does flip Ajani. So we're gonna heat my cat so I can get the plus. This will be the final time I mentioned I can't believe this Bowmaster card is a thing. I'm glad it'll be the final time. I also feel like Bowmaster is like at this point in a pretty sweet spot in the format. I'm just kind of happy it exists as is, in Modern at least, and Legacy, and maybe that's not the case. So it seems like they have a Force of Negation potentially. They do, but they just have 2 Shardless Agents. I guess I'd take the Force of Negation so they can't force my Unholy Heat. But then the problem is that they have another agent for my after my Ajani ultimate, so I don't know what the plan is. But I mean, maybe I was hoping they wouldn't. I mean, they just need to counter the Heat. I'm not sure. Disciple tier 1 for 6 months in advance. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well today. They can't force in their turn. Yeah, but I need to flip Ajani now on my turn, which is when they can force. Oh, like I need to flip Ajani now so that I can plus it so that I can ultimate. They get to keep Shardless because it's also an artifact. Yeah, but it just like, yeah, maybe the ultimate is even not it. Huh? My opponent decides to not play anything. Doesn't seem like there's much reason to make a cat. Bing bong in 2 weeks' time, Nanu be gone. Maybe. I kind of just don't know what Wizards would really be waiting for. Like I don't really understand the point of waiting. Also, Harden Shuko is the only card to get the axe. We'll see. But did you Arden play? So they still have 2 agents, or they're on vacation? Yeah, I guess them being on vacation would be why to wait. All right, so let's hope to get something in the yard. Nothing. Just trying to think about because I'm gonna do this and they're gonna living end again. I guess I need a graveyard. Have I changed my mono green Eldrazi list at all? Not yet. Do you think Nadu decks pushed out Flare of Cultivation decks? I know they aren't the same. It feels like if you're green creature deck, you should be Nadu. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, so one thing is like Yawgmoth. I've heard some people say has a good Nadu matchup. I'm kind of skeptical if this is truth or whatever. But if that is true, then someone draw Nihil Spellbomb maybe. Yeah, it could be one of those classic bits of copium. So my opponent this does have another Cascader. And they have a subtlety. So I think what I need to maybe do is start going upstairs. Value 5. We got most of the month. Gonna binge Jimmy Street mods. Yeah. Hope you have fun with that. Hope you have a good vacation if that's what you're doing. Otherwise, see you next month. There's no way like killing Nadu is just faster than killing. Like Nadu is just faster and killing Nadu is just spread trade. Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree, but like one thing is if you can get Yogg in play before they get Nadu in play, which does seem like kind of a difficult thing to do, right? Because it's 4 mana instead of 3. But if you can, then your Yogg is just going to kill everything before their Nadu maybe is not going to be able to pop off too much. Although then they just get Nadu in play, and then your Yogg is not that good. I don't know. Yeah, this could very easily be Yogg players coping. I agree. So this is going into Ajani. This is 14 damage. I need to block one of these. So right now, this will give me Delirium. So I'm hitting my opponent for 3. Yeah, I blocked like this and my opponent is dead. Oh, is that 2 food tokens? These fucking food tokens. Is that Temur Eldrazi list interesting enough that you want to refund and play it? I'm not even really sure which list you're talking about. Block with the other Bowmaster instead of the token. Well, I want to block with the token because this is going to come with a new token. Living in pretty good. Yeah, they also have subtlety, but I don't think we knew they had another blue card. But they kind of can't not have another blue card. Wastegate Battle Mage has been surprisingly good and versatile. Yeah, I need to work on that card a little bit, I guess. Not sure we sequence this. We go Godless Shrine, Sacred Foundry. Guess so. Might get to finally Arena of Glory of Phlage. Teamer Eldrazi. I think I'll take Stoneforge because if I draw a removal spell, I could maybe just like play into Bowmaster next turn and then Thoughtseize later. But I kind of need to discard this so they can't get the. I guess they could get Stuka off the Saga though. So maybe that's wrong. I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but I I feel like I just love my mono green list. I guess. Yeah, I probably just love my mono green list a little too much to want to play something like that. So I'm hoping to surveil into, I guess surveil a card into the yard, and then, or I surveil a fetch land to the top so I can go Phlage into escape Phlage. Yeah, I haven't heard any update on what's going on with the Moto deck list. If anybody knows, I'd love to hear. But I also don't know. So if I keep this on top, I'm missing a card for Phlage Escape, so I think I just graveyard it. Could maybe. I guess it was better to sandbag the Arena of Glory so they don't know about it. I'm not sure what they're really gonna do about it, though, you know what I mean? So I can hit them for 12? Yeah, it sounds like a plan. If I tried the Beerberg Tedless Yuta was on. I mean, no, I mean, I was in California all weekend, so I've been getting sunburned and hanging out with Esther instead. But I thought Yuta's list looked good. Be interested in playing it. Victimize an Espergorio as a Remedy General. I don't know. I like Edgar's list. I would maybe just play 4 Frogs and 0 Priests. Edgar was on 2 Priest, 2 Frog. That's kind of where I would want to start, but I don't think I'd probably be in that direction. But Victimize is kind of just a weird card. I'm not necessarily that in love with it. Up a game against Nadu is good because obviously being hopefully these harsh mentors can win one of the sideboard games. Sideboarding is a little bit interesting in this matchup. I've been kind of disliking Nethergoyf for the matchup. And then Fable is a little slow. Let's try this. Country Mac, Twitch Prime, thank you, welcome back. Shugo's a strong card, but in the Naughty deck, I've seen more of the Court of Calling, Outrider, and core kills than Shugo kills. Well, the Shugo kills like enable the deck to be like a turn 3 deck that you can't really kill turn 3 just with Outrider, right? I guess if you have Halfling into Nadu or Outrider into Incore. But I don't know. Let's ban Nadu. Not the card Nadu like should just so clearly be banned. It is at the time of making this comment, coming back from the PT. Obviously like things for me were hard to discern, hard to figure out like how the pros were going, like what was going to look like, you know, what the data was going to look like after. But it is both a Hogak and a Karn Clan Ironworks in one card. And let's just move on from it. I think I'm gonna go to 5. I think we don't have black mana. We don't have, and just like any hand that has a harsh mentor is going to be much better than that hand. Guess I'll put back the other 2 drops. Maybe I should keep Ajani. I'm gonna keep Ajani. Traz, 39 months. Thank you. Welcome back. I'm gonna, I think, surveil here. Or Seagate Stormcaller Neoform, which you can do turn 2 Grazer with Flare. Is Seagate Stormcaller Neoform a kill in Modern? Because you don't have Dualcaster Mage. Is that? I was under the impression that that isn't something. But dude, if Dualcaster Mage was legal, we could have some really cool Flare of Duplication Brews. Oh man, that sounds so sick. Maybe we could do that in Timeless. Okay, easy peasy, I guess. Probably get a basic Plains. Oh, you get Nadu plus Outrider with. I see. Oh, good luck. Dak posted so you get some card. Not a new for deck. Yeah, missed it, I guess. There's a weekly MTG broadcast scheduled tomorrow. Should be something said about it. It would be so funny if they didn't say anything. But yeah, I agree. I'm wondering if after Nutty gets the hammer, people realize the Phlage is also an issue. Is Phlage an issue? Maybe it is. I feel like it's kind of like fine. I'm like pretty happy with Phlage's power level, and it feels like one of these cards that like you just kind of, if you plan for it's okay. At least that's been my experience. I feel with it. It's a very good card. I'm pretty far away from feeling like it's like we're wanting to ban it. Yeah, I'm just gonna Phlage target them, I guess. Is Harvester interesting? So you get Stormcaller Court of Calling is cool. Or wait, so it doesn't copy. Oh, it's mana. It's less mana values, right? Never mind. I don't know. I feel like I'd just rather play Summoner's Pact, but cool list for sure. Cool idea. This is 7 damage. Yeah, sure. Realistically, how long will not reban in the format? I was kind of thinking they might ban it today. Now there's a weekly MTG. Maybe they'll ban it tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, we won. I mean, we're winning. Actually, since we're beating Nadu right now, it's fine. They had to just not draw Nadu game 1, and then us draw 2 Harsh Mentors game 2. Like, I guess the issue, they have to write the article. What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. That's so funny. There's no cards in the set. There's a few. I'm actually there's a few cards I'm starting to get like a little bit more into, I guess. See what my top card is. If it's like Ajani or something I'm definitely using my mana on, I'll probably save a Bauble as an opt. Yeah, maybe something. Maybe Assassin's Creed will combat Nadu. Assassin's Creed is how to not do Universe Beyond set, just saying. I don't think that I have any problems with the Assassin's Creed set. I feel like the entirety of the problem with Assassin's Creed is the release date. And one thing that's so frustrating is that like there are just like long periods or like longer periods without set releases. Like you could just stagger them. You could stagger them more. Like if Assassin's Creed came out in January of this year, if it came out in so I should look at my top card. February of this year, it just wouldn't be this whole like thing. Fourth baubles. It's a lot of baubles. Yeah, I guess it was a contract thing, but I think the actual set is fine. Creeping Chill Vengevine, huh? Not that it will make an impact, more that I don't want real world things bleeding into the format. I don't know what this means, I guess. Real world things. Dude. Chill. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Lord of the Rings is how you do a universe line. Showcased, impactful, not broken. Do we think Assassin's Creed won't be that, but just like in a smaller way? Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings was a giant win. I think I'm excited for the Marvel set too. Leonardo da Vinci. Oh, that's the issue is some historical figures from Assassin's Creed. I guess. I mean, it's like a fine nitpick, I guess, but just it's kind of pet peeve, nitpicky kind of thing. Like, I mean, Albert Einstein is on like a very early Magic card. Yeah, there's Arabian Nights also. Kind of think I don't attack. I don't know. They can make me block at any point, I guess. I feel Assassin's Creed is Commander being modern legal. I don't know if I agree. I mean, so when I consulted on the set, there was at least one card that I was like, can we please, can this not come to modern? It was a card with the mechanic that I tend to really dislike for 1v1 games. I said, this is just not, this is a multiplayer card. Let's just keep it out of the modern format. But I feel like the cards that are legal in modern all feel like modern cards, you know. What do you think of the Blade Reforged for Ruby Storm? Which one is the Blade Reforged? Oh, Layla? That card is just not good, you know. That card is both not good and is also, I hate to say it, bad. So the last card is a Creeping Chill. I have to take this hit so I can escape Phlage next turn, I think. I guess I don't have to do that. I could just cast Phlage. Let's take the hit. What are we playing CFT Socks Rec deck? I don't know. I thought about, like, alright, let's play the PT decks today, but it's never really been what we do on the channel. I don't know if now is the time to start. Maybe it is. You can have someone in PT Rizz Expansion Explosion not play it, but that's the whole thing. I've never played the card. Tried all the top 4 PT decks. The top 4 Nadu decks from I don't know. I don't know. This I just don't find it that interesting, I guess, to be like, all right, these are the decks that did well at the PT, and that's what we're playing. So I guess I keep this first. It's fine as a red thing, but yeah, we could do it, but for me, it just kind of feels like something that I'd be doing just to go through the motions of doing it, and I don't know. I'm like maybe we'll play like Shota's list because Shota's list was so cool. You know? And like I mean CFT Sock, I'm like a huge fan. Big fan of them, and I thought their rec list was cool. It also just didn't look that good. You know what I mean? Does he Simon target Javier when Javier has protection to cast turn before? No, I didn't watch any of the top 8. Unfortunately, I was traveling. I was in California. I was hanging with Young Bingo. cooking in the sun, eating food with Esther. It was a good time. Just chilling in traffic. The Nethergoyf incident? Yeah, I was a little bit confused. So I was reading the text of the Nethergoyf incident. There was a player who had their ex... Am I dead? I guess not quite. Their ex... How many... Is that all four? They have the 4th Creeping Chill in their hand, so that was the other 3. They had a Nethergoyf in play, 3 toughness. Javier targets it with Phlage. They not dead after all target it, but it shouldn't have undied. Right? It should not have. It should have died after all, or something like that. Dead. So, but so the player got DQ'd for this, and obviously this was, you know, I'm just very curious how they ruled that this was intentional versus unintentional. Yeah, sorry, yeah, it should not have died, but they treated it as if it did die. Because, like, you know, when Javier missed it too, like, just kind of, it seems like something that you could very easily say, I innocently missed this. And I'm not saying that the judges were wrong for ruling the way they ruled, but usually, like, if they're going to rule this way, they have some intent. Like, they discover in their investigation that there was intent behind what happened, so... Serial cheater. Yeah, that's... I guess that'll do it, huh? Doom broke it down. Well, I mean, I know it happened, but I know that this is what happened. But why they determined it was malicious is I just don't know how you fuck up the investigation. You know what I mean? Like even if the player is cheating, right? Even if the player is cheating, like I don't know how the judge goes. The judge goes, "Hey, this happened, and it should have been this way. Why did you do this?" And I don't know how the conversation doesn't go. The player goes, "Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't realize," you know. But I'm not saying the judges were wrong. I'm just like kind of curious. But I'm sure there was a reason. Magic Pro and Serial Cheater, name a more iconic duo. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. You know, I don't know this player's history. A lot of people in chat are saying that they have a history of cheating. It is interesting. Like how I don't know how much they take that into account, but hello. I'm just gonna take the crab, I think. Watch Harry's vid. Is this part of the video?
So this is a World of Warcraft hardcore raid.
Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna... It didn't look like this was an ad. It's funny. Has been shown shuffle cheating on camera. Yeah, I don't know, like... I don't know what to do about cheaters, but it is kind of silly, I think. I think Magic is a little bit light on them, you know what I mean? I think they could be a little bit stricter with restricting cheaters. I kind of feel like if you get banned for cheating, like maybe like you say, okay, you can play Magic online, you can't cheat on there, but you just don't get to play paper Magic anymore.
This video intends to show the facts, evidence, and community response of the actions made by Die and X4. Viewers are encouraged to have their own opinion on this event. Sadly, I have to say this because people think they can sue me for embarrassment.
Whoa. Oh, this is a year ago. Okay.
They can sue me for embarrassment.
Sorry, what is this?
This because people think they can sue me. Viewers are encouraged to have their own opinion on this event. Sadly, I have to say this because people think they can sue me for embarrassment.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant to play this Arid Mesa and Surveil. I guess we're just going to Jegantha in hand here. We're the control deck of the matchup, so I think I'm just going to chill on this Nethergoyf for a turn. Didn't Harry quit for good and come back 3 months later? I think he's back mostly for sponsorships and is focused mostly on poker. I don't know. It's okay. People, this is a big Magic player thing, is to like quit and come back. Make a big deal about quitting, but it's always like exacerbated from content creators, right? You know, I feel like Harry, you know, made it. Like I think Harry is like what I admire about Harry is that he like achieved kind of his goal for Magic, where he made it to the point where he is like able to like pretty successfully be a full-time Magic YouTuber, and then kind of realize, oh, this isn't for me. Like, you know, I've been, he was trying to do it for a really long time and worked really hard at it, and then realized, I think, that it just wasn't something he wanted to do as a full-time job. And I admire the strength and the ability to step down after having that realization. It's like you kind of just, yeah, you kind of just don't get to that point until, you know, you've made it, if that makes sense. You don't know if it's for you or not until you make it. No, I need just one more card in my yard. What's he been up to? He's been playing a lot of poker for when I've talked to him. He's like trying to become a poker player. Thinking about switching countries for a little bit, you know, just move around. Be young, let's see the world. How about the One Ring protection sheet in top 8? I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I hear Simon targeted Javier while Javier had protection from everything. It feels maybe like a stretch to call it a cheat at this point. It's kind of hard to overstate how stressful it is to play on the big stage for like after going to a testing house, traveling to the event, playing all week, all weekend, and like to miss an invisible trigger with all the pressure in the world on you is just very, very believable. But yeah, I don't know, just feels a little witch hunty to call it a cheat. You can have your opinion, of course. Also, the announced trigger can be missed. Oh, that is kind of interesting, too. Javier never announced the trigger when he was targeted, didn't say anything, it's missed. Oh, that's just a missed trigger, then. That's just not even a cheat. Yeah, that's just a missed trigger, you know. That's that. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to have potentially a different stance on it. Maybe we can. I guess I can draw a Prismatic Ending and use Jegantha to get rid of it and at this. So scratches from face. Yeah, I don't know. So the thing is, it's like the California weather was so nice. And usually when I'm in Texas, I can like feel myself cooking and getting sunburned. And so I'm like, but I was really like, oh, I'm just not gonna get burned. I feel so good. But no, I was betrayed by all Californians. Although Esther did tell me to put sunscreen on. It was not missed. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the situation, but if it was missed, it's just a missed trigger. But it can be a little weird. Like I really feel like the ring protection should not be an invisible trigger, because it puts your opponent in a weird spot where it's like they don't know if they can target you or not. They don't know if you missed the trigger or not. I don't know. Okay, go to game 3. Okay, seeing that they brought in Leyline of the Void against me, go down on Nethergoyfs, up on Bowmasters. Also, what did Simon target Javier with? Like what even was the spell? Yeah, you know, and I don't know Simon super well, but like, and I'll say this, like, nice people can cheat, of course, and I'm not saying Javier did cheat. I don't think I'm not saying Simon did cheat. I don't think he cheated. But nice people are capable of cheating. But from what I know about Simon's character, I think he seems to be incredibly upstanding, and I think it's incredibly unlikely it was intentional from what I know about Simon. It was Sun Cleanser. Yeah, I don't know. It seems. I really want to draw that, but I do need to prismatic ending and crap. I guess I was always doing this, so I should have maybe just targeted my opponent, huh? Yeah, I don't know. It's just easy to make a mistake like that. Oh, I thought this was at price, Malcolm. Glad that it is not. Yeah, people love drama. I mean, I don't know. This is one thing too. Is like people love a cheater. It's kind of this weird phenomenon, I think, where like if you want like attention on social media in the Magic space, like saying that someone cheated is like the number one way. It's like it gets the most clicks on every YouTube. It's just like it's like really juicy to be able to call someone a cheater. People love to like watch it. Like if you remember like it was a couple years ago. There was like a big poker cheating scandal with on like the Hustler Casino stream, and then there was a bit like the chess cheating scandal. Like the whole world is looking at, like the world loves a cheating drama story. It is just like so popular to talk about. Yeah, the Robbie Garrett's, yeah, Jack four off. I thought so. I was playing poker with some friends recently. We played just very casually for very low stakes. Um, but I was, I told my friend, "Oh, I have the Robbie," but I thought the Robbie was Jack six, and then like I have like trip sixes in play, and and it was just a goofy thing where my friend thought I like was just, I don't know. I was leveling him by lying about what I had, but I was totally trying to be sincere about what I had. Uh, and it ended up working out in my favor. Or maybe I guess you had to be there. The chess one was especially good for content. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. It's like cheating is content for so many people. It's just like cheater views. So I don't know. I wonder if they play a ley line, am I just gonna push for delete for like card in the yard? Okay, thankfully not. I've got my own creeping chill. Did you know what the Robbie was? Yeah, yeah. My friend who I played this game against, like, was like a full time poker grinder for a long time, very in tune with everything. I'm just kind of like a casual poker fan, I guess. Let's graveyard this for Phlage and Nethergoyf. And maybe I don't know. Maybe I should just flip Ajani. No, sorry, I should have Phlage. So minus 1 point of damage, but we also can't really lose. I want to do this because if they do draw a ley line, we can still escape the Phlage. How long before judge and player collaborate to cheat? I don't know, but like and subscribe, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you when that happen when that's gonna happen. Um, I don't. It seems very difficult for that to be possible. A judge and player colluding like that. Okay, so if I escape the Phlage, I can kill the Amalgam, and that's versus 3 damage to them and getting the Nethergoyf chumped. So kill this, and then the Nethergoyf will be a 2/3, so I hit them for 4 versus hitting them for 5 if I target them. Have you ever seen Ocean's 11? Well, like at least specifically at the Pro Tour, there's like 100 judges, something like that, at the events. So it's like I don't know. I guess I don't know what like judges' shifts are like. Like I don't know if they have like zone coverage or if they are just wandering around. But it's, if it's zone coverage, which is like a funny way to put it, maybe it just seems difficult to like guarantee that you're going to be in the same area. It's also like it's kind of impossible because that's why appeals exist too. Like you would have to be colluding with the head judge, and then you just write on Twitter like the incorrect ruling, and then you burn them alive. Do lose a Nethergoyf this way. Maybe this is wrong. I don't know. It just feels like the game's so unlosable. Yeah, it'd have to just be like local level thing, which I'm sure does happen. I've heard a lot of stories of like very small local game stores. It's so funny to me because it's got to be so bad for your store, but like colluding against outsiders to get people invites. But it's so funny. It's because it's like I guess your store will just never ever grow, and it'll just be the same 6 people that all collude together. Dude, I'm just drawing 4 baubles every game, huh? Store locally is trying to have an 8-person RCQ, which is fine, but they wanted their in-store players who had their own point system. They wanted their in-store players who had their own point system to be the only 8 players allowed. Yeah, I don't understand this. It's just like I don't understand. You are owning a Magic store. It's gotta be pretty dang hard. We're really out here saying, do not come. I do not want you to come and play my RCQ at my store. Go somewhere else. Like, what is this business strategy? I don't understand. Any chance you try Tenno Gorios from PT? Edgar's list? I might play Gorios. I don't know. I was thinking about doing something like, oh, we'll play Shota's deck, we'll play Edgar's deck, but I just have never. Oh, suspend Ancestral Vision. I don't have this Bowmaster, I guess. For me, it feels a little bit like going through the motions, and I just kind of have some other decks I want to play. This is a big moment. This is a really big moment, even. Meninone is not playing Living End. I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see Meninone on a different deck. It's difficult times for Living End. I didn't even think that was true. Maybe it is. I wish you had told that to my round 1 opponent. Yeah, he got his account hacked. I mean, if Meninone is saying it, it's probably pretty true. So puts our card on top. Let's take a peeky poo over there. Let me try to resolve this. If Meninone drew a counter spell, I'll be happy to cast this here. Yeah, one thing about the Magic Online meta and like why Meninone is saying this is like people just don't play that much Nadu on Magic Online. We did play against it this league actually, but I don't know. At least that's my experience. I was hanging out with Dingo this weekend, and I told him like, oh yeah, I just haven't been playing against Living End, against Nadu at all in leagues really last week. And he's like, I've been playing against it like 4 times, 4 times a day. So maybe it's just a time slot thing. Win 7-2 Sethless, only lost to 2 mirrors. Only played Nadu twice though. Yeah, and the challenge that we lost in the finals of on Thursday, we played against 0 Nadu, so it's just like I've just been dodging it, I guess. Yeah, the deck is definitely less popular on Magic Online, which is good because it's going to get banned anyways. Should they have flashed and snap to block my Bowmaster? Yeah, I guess they should have, huh? Okay, well, we're definitely going to play the second Bowmaster with this Vision coming off suspend. And then I think I'm not going to play Nethergoyf because I know my opponent has Sink into the Stupor, so I want to be able to like play this through that maybe. Okay, they've drawn a Subtlety, so I guess now we will be playing it, huh? And my opponent is going to Sink into the Stupor of my Bowmaster. Or yeah, I still don't want to play the Nethergoyf because I want to be able to replay this if they sink it. So I still no Nethergoyf. Okay, so Sing of the Stupor, Snapcaster Mage, 4 mystery cards. They could Snapcaster Flame of Anor, but that's not necessarily good into a Bowmaster. Could be okay. This, I guess, technically lets me double spell. I'm just going to graveyard it. Get an extra card in the yard for Phlage. Just go to combat first. So I'm probably going to Unholy Heat the Snapcaster in response to the trigger. Force of Negation, Pitch Lore, and Revealed. Fair enough. So, still going to get Bowmaster triggers unless... I guess meaning they could just maybe 5 damage and not draw 2? Okay. Yeah, this seems wrong, because now Minione's just taken an extra 5, unless his plan is to just draw 2 and leave me with the 5/5. Yeah, just should have done that before damage. Kind of easy mistake to make. It's kind of hard to say no to a spell in this spot. About Wizards and current meta, I think Blue-Red Wizards is fine. If I was going to play Jeskai, I'd play Jeskai, like Ring Control, similar to Javier's list. But I also... I think that deck is better than Blue-Red Wizards as a deck, so... I don't know. Yeah, I think I just don't want to play into the Sink into the Stupor if I can avoid it. Yeah, that's one of the 2 cards. Sure, because he'd be at 11 instead of Bowmaster in play. So maybe I'm misunderstanding, but can't Minone just deal 5? Like, Minone can just still deal 5 to the Orc army just before damage, right? Like, why does he have to take 5 then kill it? It's... Yeah, you may choose to. Yeah. Could have also targeted... I guess I didn't have the treasure token in play at the time. I think Wizard's better with or without the Energy Lizard package. I think I like my list more than like the list like this. Yeah, I've liked the energy cards and I've liked the Lizard Wizards a lot at least. Obviously, there's a lot of ways you can build this archetype. What Blue Red Murktide? I think like Yuta's, or was Yuta right? I think it was Yuta, not Shota. The Dimir Murktide deck is the better Murktide deck, and Wizards is the better Blue Red deck. Yeah, I think of all the PT deck lists that like we like just play on stream for content, I think the Dimir deck would be it probably, which you might do today. Yeah, I'm gonna go use Rush and be right back.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. 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 What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
I reveal my companion, Jegantha.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
I mute the notification sounds. I mean, I got 2 Bowmasters against the Blue-Red deck. I have a push for Tamio. I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep, I think. I think double Bowmaster is just kind of too crazy. Just that easy? I say before I even draw my card. Oh, never mind. Well, get a redraw. Not sure how many Force Negations would still be in the deck here. Really wish this class was a Surveil land? Yeah. Fair, I guess. Alright. Drew land. I think if I had a wish, I would wish that like the Fable of the Mirror Breaker was another land instead of wishing that this was a... that would be a way better use of a wish. I would wish I wore sunscreen on Saturday. I think I want to Inquisition that invert player. I'm gonna go Inquisition Ajani here, I think. I was not expecting to see a Force Negation in the hand. Funny they just draw both Sacred Foundries. Where did this come from? We have these?
I just bought them.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. So I guess I'm gonna shock here, because if they kill a Johnny in response to the Inquisition with like a drawn lightning bolt, I want to Bowmaster my cat token. Which this is really just him to Turok with the Bowmaster, but oh, and I guess no, I get to Inquisition last card. Well, not if they just run out the Snapcaster. The modern Stifle Knot deck. I don't know exactly what deck you're talking about. Like Dreadnought, like neither Stifled or Phyrexian Dreadnought are legal in Modern, so I don't know. So I drink the yerba mates so fast they all kind of have like no flavor to me. I just kind of chug them. Phlage and Consign. I mean, those decks are worse than just being a good Jeskai control deck, like, I think. And I think finding the right balance of Null Drifter, Phlage, Consign, Dress Down is difficult. Difficult to find the right balance. Okay, keeps a card on top. Tamio. Well, thank you for playing this game with me, Menino Name. And Johnny's so crazy. Okay, so we lost to Living in round 1, who is not Menino Name. Let's get a 4-1 prediction going. And the idea is it's like a core set that doesn't rotate out of standard. So this way they don't have to keep reprinting core sets. They just have like these cards in standard for like the next 5 years. And I guess my overall impression is that it's kind of a cool thing. And I am curious. I'm curious how it'll actually play, you know what I mean? Like well, you know, well, like it seems it's very risky to print a pushed card in that set. You know, they're putting Wrath of God and Llanowar Elves in the set too, which is interesting. I don't know. I think it's cool. You know, I in general think that the play design team is. I kind of, you know, Nadu was a big design mistake, but they're doing pretty good. And they're doing pretty good despite like the seemingly like drastic increase in demand from WotC. Like the amount of like deliverables that is expected at this point seems so high. But I think they're doing a pretty good job. And I like when they try to make the game better and experiment with stuff like Foundations. I think it's cool. Well, not a good band. I think at this point, Nadu seems like one of the most clear needs to be banned cards ever. Because it's both a Hogak where it's too powerful, and it's also a Card Clan Ironworks where it makes game like tournament Magic not function. So I guess I'll Phlage. I don't love that they are just going to be able to Grist. Yeah, I think I want to be able to Phlage the Grist, maybe if they minus. Maybe they won't minus. Demand and keeping things exciting, yeah, for sure. This was like crazy top deck for them, by the way. I have game-winning top deck. Yeah, at least it isn't that playable Magic Online. Has the tension between Phlage and Nethergoyf an issue? Not really. Because if you're escaping Phlage, you've won the game. You know what I mean? it's just kind of fine. Dump a lot of cards in the yard. So they do have a Yawgmoth in their hand, so I think I'm going to try to save the push for that. $20 years ago, weren't Wrath and Elves pretty much always in Standard? Yeah. They also haven't been for a very long time. And it's kind of weird to make them like always standardly or legal for the next 5 years because it's like to a big extent, I always feel like Standard is about the new stuff. It's about the the new cards, and having Standard be kind of defined by older cards like Llanowar Elves and Wrath of God it's kind of interesting. These cards are also very iconic, and so I think it's good to have iconic cards be a big part of sets like this, so like new players can like learn some of the game's history. Just kind of interesting, I guess. You think I would play Ragavan in my deck? Let's push main phase as a Quarter Calling. Get my 4th trophy with Boros Energy, 2 Blood Moons main. Very cool, congrats. Elvish Mystic was in Standard a few years ago. Maybe. But the big thing again is that it's going to be Standard legal for 5 years. That's a little bit different, right? Is Street Wraith in this? And is it not worth it to help fuel Phlage and Nethergoyf? Yeah, I don't think so. Street Wraith has a huge downsides of okay, I can't cast that because of the whole Fulminator situation. Like you ever have a hand that has 2 Street Wraiths in it, and you're like, I don't know if this hand is gonna do anything or not. I don't know if I can keep this hand. And you kind of have, and then you do because you don't like mulliganing and you lose, or you mulligan and you lose 2 life and you lose. It's just kind of unnecessary. I thought they might save that for a Dryad Arbor because they have Yogg, maybe not. Yeah, well, having 4 Bauble and 4 Street Wraith is it's a lot of air. And at least with Bauble, you can look at your top card, see if you like it, play a fetch land if you don't. You get some agency with your DRC. Uh-oh. They didn't sack the Young Wolf. We're so cooked. So cooked. The 3rd Birthing Ritual. Could have heated in combat to blank 1 point of damage. I thought that there was a good chance they would sacrifice their wolf on their turn to try to hit a land drop. I probably would have, even if I had this Birthing Ritual in my hand. I think it'd be kind of likely. Wait. Oh, sorry. I was so confused by that. We're pretty cooked. Let's go get to a little bit of early give up. Yeah, so I was trying to heat. I didn't want them to draw 2 cards off the Young Wolf even, which is why I took that line. Okay, so Mentor's in, Pending's in. I guess I'm cutting the DRCs against the Bowmaster deck, and then get your 1 Bauble. Probably need the rest for Nethergoyf. Fable. Do you think that the real answer to Nado combo is ultimating Nihil the Harbinger and swinging Emrakul Air and opponents, making them sack 6 permanents? Man, seems pretty good. We need a way to tap Shuko maybe to exile it with Nihil too. Parchment are not amazing against Yogg, but there's enough damage against them, and I think it's pretty good. Worse now that they're not on Cauldron as much. Pretty good against Chthonian Nightmare too. So play some copies of that card sometimes. So what time is it? Yeah, I kind of... I don't know. I had a feeling they might ban Nadu today. Seems like they might not. It'll happen. I would be really surprised if they didn't ban Nadu in the next 2 weeks, or if they didn't ban Shuko. Are we off the GOYF? This one? There are 4 of? Isn't wants to be on vacation? I mean, there's some kind of like wizard stream tomorrow. Surely not everybody's on vacation. Surely somebody could be like, Nadu band, we're on vacation, have fun. Yeah, there's no scheduled announcement, but I don't know. Yeah, Shuko, it would be a silly ban, I think. Whenever there's like conversations about bans, people are always like, "Oh, let's restrict, let's errata, let's ban the other card. Let's just ban the broken card." Probably. For me, this one seems really clear cut at the moment. So swamp Nethergoyf into Sacred Foundry, and then the Arena of Glory enters untapped. Can't they make emergency bans? So the thing is, they can do whatever. Like this whole schedule they're on of bans is self-imposed. There's no like legal obligation for them to wait. Oh, yeah, should have cracked in response. Yeah, people switch to Greaves. I mean, Greaves is a lot worse because it doesn't get searched off Saga, but yeah, Nadu would be good. What happened to my nose? I got sunburned and my nose is like got pretty cooked. There's this like deadly laser in the sky that Esther makes me stare at. I heard Nadu was misprinted. The card didn't go to print as designed. This is likely a silly rumor, to be honest. Okay, so let's cast Ajani. And then my opponent probably has a Bowmaster, right? So what I think I want to do is I want to attack with just the Nethergoyf. And then maybe my opponent will block, ping, and then block with just a token. Then I can Fatal Push my Ajani, grow the Ajani token, grow the Nethergoyf, and then zero the Ajani. Well, maybe I'd be okay. I guess I'd be okay. No, because I need my red permanent, right? Yeah. Okay, so this worked out how we wanted it to, I guess. When the Fatal Push becomes Village Rights. Maybe one day. Harsh Mentor, not only good against Nadu, is also a red permanent. Huge. You can also Jegantha in hand and haste Jegantha if we draw nothing. There's don't play Nadu. We played against Nadu this league. We did win, but it is, I don't think, that popular on Magic Online compared to Paper or compared to specifically the Pro Tour. Remember during like Eldrazi Winter, we had like 2 people at the LGS play Eldrazi, and they would just win every single round, and everybody else kind of stayed the same. Adam with the 2 months, thank you, welcome back. Okay, so we're going to game 3 against Yogi Dog. The modern 75k only had like 2 decks registered. Surprising. Yeah, people do not want to buy the deck. And I recommend not buying it. I don't think I can talk myself into this one. Definitely talked myself into some hands today. I think on 6 on the draw, let's give this one a go. Don't want to go to 5. Yeah, Nadu is definitely a worse deck online. I think that was something I also really failed to consider, is just like understanding how much better Nadu is in Paper with like all the loops you can just shortcut. I'm pretty scared of Birthing Ritual here, and I know you're supposed to bolt the bird most of the time. But my opponent mulligan, so they're going to be a little bit weaker to the Thoughtseize, so I'm going to do this, and maybe end up regretting it. Interesting. I guess we'll take the Bowmaster, since the Innkeeper is pretty weak to my Bowmaster, and I don't care about their push so much. Might be saving the heat for Yawgmoth at this point. Remember when you put Nadu in mid-B tier? I do remember that, yeah. we're talking about this some earlier, but like a big part for me on like why I was so low on Nadu initially is like not understanding Springheart Nantuko is like really the card that that pushes Nadu so over the edge for like the combo builds, where it's like if you don't have Springheart Nantuko, you need to play like your card quality needs to go down so much in order for you to be able to consistently go through your deck and then kill your opponent with Thassa's Oracle at the same turn. You need to be playing like a lot of Dryad Arbor, like 3 or 4 Dryad Arbors. This is the mid-mites that were in like a lot of the early lists, and like that's also where I was at with the deck. And I'm like, this just isn't that good. Like it's gonna be maybe okay, but your card quality is so low. If you to kill the turn you go off, which is just not that good. You need a higher card quality than this. And I missed completely Springheart Nantuko. It just does everything you need. I can't like I know it's not Nadu is the broken card, but if Nantuko wasn't a card that got printed, I don't know that we would have had this. I don't think there would have been 4 copies of Nadu in the top 4. Why do you think Living In was slipped on a PT? I don't know. I feel like it was a great choice. Yeah, the bestow stuff is really good, for sure. Interesting. Shrinks my Nethergoyf a lot, but can Bowmaster this. They also don't have a land. So Springheart should get the axe. I mean Nadu is the more broken card. I usually have the philosophy like let's ban the better card. Let's ban the most you know. Did I see bestow Dread over so many arbors? I didn't get to watch a lot of the PT. I hear I missed a lot of Nadu mirrors, which I'm very upset about. But yeah, it's just like Springheart is like very very quietly is carrying the deck, or is a huge part of like why the deck is so good, and just I just want to take the time to shout out Springheart Nantuko for winning the Pro Tour. Just how do I feel about a double? I guess I'm okay with like any double block here if I get to kill the Marionette Apprentice. Cheesy Kid with the Twitch Prime, thank you, welcome back. It's only a matter of time before they print another landfall token maker. I mean, there's Scoot Swarm. But I mean, Nantuko is just way more efficient than everything else, and it also like it's like it gives you a good plan B, a good beatdown plan, like lots of weird utility with it. It's great with Court of Calling. Like I like for me when I was evaluating the Nadu combo decks early, that was really my big miss, was that like just miss Springheart Nantuko being the card that ties the room together. Also to a lesser extent, Sylvan Safekeeper too lets you do all these like crazy loops with endurance, like sacking your utility lands and stuff. Like that was also something that just wasn't immediately apparent to me as I'm digesting all the information, and for that, I apologize. Harsh Mentor does seem okay here, but I think I need to get this Nethergoyf grown a little bit. He's a little too small. Oh, wrong color. If a deck is so much better than everything, how do top level teams not play at the Pro Tour? It's just a lot less obvious in the moment than you think. We've talked a lot. There's a lot of factors. So like you don't know what your opponent's builds are gonna be like. You don't know what the plans are like. The data that you have is just not at that good, because like on Magic Online, which is like the most data you have, like Nadu's just not been performing nearly as well as it was at the Pro Tour, but it's also just because Nadu is a better paper deck, and like people had worse plans with the deck, maybe. People like are just not able to like click through combos, and they time out, could like really realistically be a big factor. And so it's just like you're playing with really incomplete data when you test, and you also like, a lot of times when, like a big part of it too is like when you're testing other decks against Nadu, and you're doing this kind of early in the cycle or whatever, a lot like your Nadu list that you're testing against are not super tuned, and so it's like a lot of times like the data in your spreadsheets gets a little bit it can be a little bit represented. Why is it a better paper deck? They're like so one thing is the click intensive combo. So even just the Thassa's Oracle stuff, like you're just gonna time out in some Magic Online tournaments. But also there's some paper loops with Sylvan Safekeeper and Endurance where you get to draw through your entire deck several times, besage you all of your opponent's lands, Otawara all of their non-land permanents. That you just like can't do that on Magic Online. Okay, so we 4-1'd this league. 4-1 this league. I kind of want to do another one. I kind of play more of the white weenie deck too.